Well, good afternoon, friends, and welcome back to the channel. After a few days of getting my pain cave ready for the winter months and a couple of Zwift sessions, I'm out and about at lunchtime making the most of some very nice late season weather. So we head into the final quarter of the year. Usually we're reaching for the arm warmers and the knee warmers, the gilets, and all of that kind of stuff. But not today. Today is a lovely day. Late teens in temperature. Perfect for a lunchtime ride to break up the working day. It'll be a usual loop, Bedlstead Lane, I think, out round Biggin Hill, 40 odd K, in the sunshine. Absolutely lovely. See you in a bit. This is very much an impromptu ride today. Middle of the working day, early October, looked out the window, saw the sunshine and thought, I'll have me some of that. So I picked up the first jersey to hand and off we went. This jersey is made by a brand called La Passione to give them their full Italian tilt. Unfortunately, they closed down at the end of 2024 after 9 years of business. I think probably the usual strains of retailing are applicable here, especially in the cycling community where brands seem to come and go fairly quickly. They once sponsored Movistar's kit. I think it was back in about 2022 that they did that. But this particular jersey I picked up off Vinted. And all that was wrong with it was a small oil stain on the front of it. It's about there. Obviously the previous owner didn't know the trick of a bit of bicarbonate of soda and some washing up liquid, and that stain came right out. So probably got about an £80 jersey for the princely sum of £12.50. So that was my question today, is where'd you get your kit from? Are you always brand new? Or do you shop around? Do you use places like eBay, Vinted? Where'd you go? Let me know in the comments and we'll carry on in a bit. The autumn is my favourite time of year, especially when the weather's like this. The colours of the trees and the the low sunlight, it really, I don't know, does something for me more than the height of summer does. The only thing that gets me down is obviously at the end of this month, it starts to get a lot darker when the clocks go back. So those evenings become dark at sort of 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon and cuts down on valuable riding time. The only other thing that I don't like about this time of year is the amount of debris that ends up in the middle of the roads, because that is a nightmare for tyres, especially where I live. I guess I've been thinking about brands a lot recently after my my video on the Van Rysel kit, which got an insane amount of views for a video of mine. I've watched quite a few videos by a guy called Dan Pettit. Sorry, Dan, if that's not how you say your name, I sincerely apologise. I will link Dan's YouTube page somewhere on the screen here at the moment. He does some very, very good videos on all sorts of brands. He's done quite a few cycling ones. And recently he did one on Van Riesel, which I found very interesting and a really good watch. So he makes really good videos. Give him a look up. He's done some on running brands and all kinds of things. Very worthwhile giving him a follow, watching his videos. He's a good guy, makes some good stuff. Now, this will be a new one. I'm going down High Elms Road. Normally anyone who watches my videos will see this part of the world, will see me going up it. But now, today, I'm going down it. Well, what a great way to spend the lunchtime. I must do more of that. The perfect de-stress ready for an afternoon.
Several days later.
So it just so happened that a couple of days after that ride, I had a parcel turn up of something that I had ordered from Vinted. If you look around on Vinted, you can buy some really good stuff. I was in the market for some winter gear. From when I'd done the Van Riesel video, I was looking at their bib shorts and particularly the cargo ones. But having a skim on Vinted, I saw someone was selling these, which is a pair of Sportful Supergiara bib types. Now, these I think are normally made with their gravel range in mind. They've got the mesh pocket down the side there, and there's a couple of mesh pockets at the back of the bibs if you need to carry extra stuff. But I read the reviews and they're equally as good on road rides. So I bought these for 50 quid. Now, the cheapest place that I could find for them new was Merlin Cycles online, and they were £85 on there. So I'd saved myself 35 quid straight away. They're brand new, still with the tag on them, and that's me sorted for the winter. A good quality pair of bib tights for a good, really good price. So after that, I started thinking about some of the other things that I bought on Vinted that I should probably show you, because if you take the time to look through the site, you can, if you're lucky and you're looking at the time when things are uploaded, you can pick up some real good bargains. So my first one here is this San Paran Team Castelli Gabba. It is used, it's a used product, but it is in incredible condition. And I paid £10 for that. Now, this is one of the Gore-Tex Infinium products, which are no longer made because of a change in the rules. And with these, a coating of Revivex, I think it's called, which is the DWR treatment, can get these working and lasting for a very long time. For £10, that is an absolute bargain, and I know that I will use that a hell of a lot over the coming months. Next on my list was this Sportful Fiandre No Rain long sleeve layer. It's in this rather fetching brown colourway. I'm a big fan of the No Rain range from Sportful. I've got their bib shorts, I've had their bib tights, and I use their gloves all the time. It's a really, really good range. So when I saw this on Vinted, I knew that I had to buy it. Just really, really good product, and fits well, nice and snug, but a good racing layer for the autumn and in light rain. They say that they made these with Flanders in mind, and I can see why. It's just exactly the right type of layer for that. But I paid £15 for that. And again, I think if you look online, you're probably going to be looking at least £60 in a sale for one of these. So again, a phenomenal price for a phenomenal product. Probably my favourite one of recent times is this Le Col Bora Hansgrohe Pro jersey, Pro jacket even. Even when I got it through the post, it even had the tag still in one of the back pockets. Now, I paid £20 for this. You probably can't see the sort of quality of it, but these jackets, when they're new, they go for like £165. Whoever sold this at that price either got it as a freebie and just wanted to make some cash, or didn't know the value of what they had in their hands, because you can tell by feeling it's absolute quality and it is going to get a lot of use. I can assure you that. I'm not one of these people that worries about wearing team kit or team issue stuff or things like that. I will use the kit if it's good and it looks good. And to be honest, this is a black top with Bora Hansgrohe on it, and it looks pretty sweet. So again, wonderful price for a wonderful bit of kit, absolute bargain. What I will say about Vinted though is just be careful. In the past few months, I've seen a massive increase in the amount of Rafa stuff that's supposedly new with tags, and knowing the kind of stuff that appears all over the likes of AliExpress and Temu and stuff like that, I would bet that a lot of that new with tag stuff on Vinted might be people buying stuff in from those places and trying to sell it at a profit. I bought a Pro Team long sleeve Rafa top off Vinted with tags, and it all looks like really proper. It all looks really good, but just something to me is a bit off. It's not, I don't know what it is, but it's a bit off. I'm sure the top itself is going to be great. I'll wear it and I'm sure it will be absolutely fine, but I'm just not 100% convinced that it is actual Rafa product. So I would be very careful on Vinted if you're looking at new with tag stuff on any brand that you would consider is big on trends. So Rafa, Sin, Panomal, things like that. If they come up on there and you just think, oh, I'm just not sure, don't buy it, because they are being copied and aped from everywhere at the moment. I find if you stick to heritage brands, things like Castelli, Sportful, Le Col, all those kind of brands that have been around a little while, but don't really get copied a lot. They're not on that trend wave that are going to get duped all the time. You're normally pretty safe. But yeah, things like Rafa and the trend brands of the time, just be a bit careful, I think. So there you go. That's my little review of whether Vinted is good for cyclists, and overwhelmingly, I can say that it is. You can get some absolute quality pieces of cycling gear for next to nothing. It's a bit TK Maxx. You have to be lucky. Things have to be there when you're looking, and you have to buy them straight away. If you see something and it's a good price, you've got to buy it. Don't put it on your favourites and wait till later. It will go if it's a good product at a good price. You've just got to jump in there and do it. But yeah, you can sort yourself out with quality kit for the coming season, no problem whatsoever. This isn't an ad. It's not sponsored by Vinted. It's just what I use. So have a look, but don't steal the things that I'm trying to buy. I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you found some use out of it. And I will see you in the next video. Please like, comment, subscribe, all of those things. And yeah, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.